I mean, it's so epic that we actually have rain on stage, you know? It's very, very eerie, kind of Latin-esque choir.
Que vous soyez flic ou badaud, je tue celui qui fait un pas.
Man, that's a kind of a crazy a little growl there.
Je tue celui qui fait un pas. Ne ferai pas de cadeau.
That's actually quite challenging. This growl here. Whenever you hear like a lot of false fold distortion, it's always fun to try and hear the pitch underneath the distortion. You have to when you're doing this sort of thing, you have to be incredibly gentle. And so if you listen, that distortion is way louder than the actual note.
Que vous soyez flic ou badaud.
Right? You hear that? Like how that distortion's way louder? This is intense, man. This is a lot. This has got to be incredibly draining to sing. It's just whoo-wee. Ooh, I like what she's doing on the low there. This is really gruff stuff, really rough tone and timbre and all that. Looks like though they're getting breaks. You can do a lot of this stuff, but you need to kind of take it easy and have breaks. So it looks like he starts out with that really gruff sound and very constrained singing with the false folds. Again, that was intentional, right? He wants that sound. And now he gets a break. She gets to interject. So I'm actually really curious as to what goes on moving forward. Yeah, that low is really good. Like she's like pursing her lips forward to kind of get a lot more of a dramatic low end. It's really cool. Her belts are incredibly powerful. This is really impressive to me. Like that's incredibly powerful. What's smart too is she's not, anytime you have a situation where you have to use like a lot of vocal distortion or anything that's a very a technique that it's hard to sustain, don't sustain it. Like don't put yourself through that, right? So like watch how she'll do it and then she'll get off of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd hate to be that dude right there, just because that is so loud, those belts. Like that's got, like, I hope he has earplugs, man, because it's a loud, powerful belt. There is no such thing as a quiet belt. That's loud. Seems a little excessive. Why gotta be killing people? Like, that's a weird trope. What is that, the refrigerator trope thing? I love her, gotta kill her. Couldn't help it. Oh, weird. That sentiment has aged just about as well as his frosted hair. Whew. That's cool. That's a lot. So she's going to go into a belt, kind of flip into the sort of like head voice with a lot of brightness, a lot of very bright vowel. And then she's going to go back down into a belt. It's tricky once you add certain techniques. Like it's hard enough to just learn to sing in one style, right? It's hard enough to just kind of learn to mix really well and really easily as you ascend. And it's also very difficult to just do it classically and then with belting. But to be able to do it all and to switch through that makes it really hard if you're trying to go for what's called an even scale, where you sound kind of really smooth from top to bottom. These transitions are already difficult when you're using the same technique. When you're using different technique to navigate through them, that's really that's impressive to me.
C'est l'heure de sonner la lalie. La fête doit mourir ce matin.
I can't tell what's going on here. Is this the 90s? Is this the 80s? Is this like does this come after, like, you know, Les Miserables, and it's supposed to be like the same thing? Because like the frosted tips are one thing. I get it. I had them too. I don't want to admit it, but I had them. But it's the lightning bolts on the jacket that throw me the most. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the thunderbolts on the jacket. So I want to reiterate this like sliding down and getting off of difficult stuff. If you want that sound, that really rough sound, it's not always going to feel really good. So that's very clean. She's going to end it here on this like H thing. That. Like, you have to know when to get off of a thing, right? This is a very, very, very demanding sing. This is really hard stuff. It's really important that you don't be a hero. Like, if you do this at all, you're a hero, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to hang on to the rough stuff. That horror, that's Eddie Vedder? Whatever. It's a really cool sound, but it's just something to be mindful of. Ooh. That's just fresh squeezed organic vocals right there. Like, that's the kind of thing you don't get that at Whole Foods. You need to go to the farmer's market, and it's got to be like that little corner where it's, you know, some dude with a weird hat, but his juice is his life. That's what this is, right? It's organic, it's free range, it's local. It's interesting. Like, she's definitely got the harder part here. But what he's doing is like, man, I can't imagine doing this for much longer. This stuff is very, very draining. That's pretty cool. Belts are tough. This is not really a belt. This is like, but this is what's interesting, is very difficult. She goes from belt to this with total ease, and this is extreme. This is some stuff. That's just straight up opera right there. That's straight classical. You can see on his face is like, wow. Right? Look at this man's face after this. Look at that. Look at that. That face says, I just got served. That's what that says. What's really, really, really difficult about belting is hard enough, right? It's very, very, it's important that you have a really, really relaxed body, really, really energetic, really loose, good posture. So when all of these moves are happening, that can really quickly mess up with your breath. And if you put too much breath behind a belt, that's not going to go well for you. You know, that's, you know, we're moving into the possibility of vocal damage at that point. Belting is precarious by nature. But like, her movement, like, this is why I say, you know, singing is an athletic pursuit, you know, because it's the body's the instrument, and she's so loose and good. And now I need to practice doing that and not being stiff, which is difficult for a square like me, but really, really impressive. that was a thing. Jeez. Just record that bit. Really? Really? You're gonna take this long? Gotta move this.